Donald Trump pleaded not guilty in court after surrendering to US Marshals Tuesday. He's the first ex-president to be charged in federal court, and now the first to enter a plea. Prosecutors say he violated the Espionage Act 31 times, obstructed justice, and lied to the FBI. Former President Donald Trump entered a not guilty plea to the 37 criminal counts against him in an indictment brought by the Justice Department's special counsel, Jack Smith. Trump surrendered to the custody of the U.S. Marshals Service and was arrested on Tuesday ahead of his historic appearance at an arraignment in Miami federal court. Justice Department prosecutors allege he withheld classified records from the government after leaving office and attempted to obstruct their return. U.S. Magistrate Judge Jonathan Goodman allowed the former president to walk free ahead of an expected criminal trial rather than remain in jail or have a cash bond imposed upon him. The judge deemed that Trump, a candidate for the 2024 presidential election, was not a flight risk. Trump will be provided with a list of potential witnesses he won't be able to communicate with unless it's through counsel. He won't be allowed to discuss the case with Walter Nauta, one of his personal aides who was also indicted. Much of Trump's 40-minute appearance in court on Tuesday centered on the details of these limitations, with Trump's defense arguing that many of the witnesses will be people who interact with him on a daily basis. Not allowing Trump to interact with staff at his clubs or with members of the Secret Service would be inappropriate and doesn't work, Todd Blanche, one of his attorneys, said. Trump is the first former president to be charged by federal prosecutors and now the first former president to be forced to show up in a federal courthouse and proclaim his innocence. Secret Service agents escorted him to his court appearance as crowds looked on. Blanche spoke for him before the judge. "We most certainly enter a plea of not guilty," he said. On Friday, the court unsealed a 38-count indictment against Trump and Nauta. Prosecutors accused Trump of violating the Espionage Act 31 times by illegally holding on to sensitive national security documents in his Mar-a-Lago home after he left office in January 2021 and refusing to hand them back to the National Archives. Trump also conspired to obstruct justice, lied to law enforcement, and violated 3 different statutes related to withholding and concealing government records, according to the indictment. For more, subscribe to 24 Hour Radio News.